So let's talk about our game real quick. We obviously both took the Steelers. I'm taking the Steelers simply because the Browns haven't won a regular season game since 2003 in Pittsburgh. It's becoming a insane trend. Obviously, the Browns had that huge playoff win, the 2020 season, which the playoff game happened in January 2021. That was about as great as a win in Browns history as I can remember. But the Steelers lead the all-time series 82-64-1. Both teams split last year. And the Browns won the most recent. Well, actually, no, the Browns won the first matchup. But if you remember, that was that snow globe game, which was about as great as it gets. And people are like, that's why you don't build a dome stadium. Well, those games happen once every 20 years. Build the freaking dome. But that was pretty, and it was awesome. And Jameis Winston played the game of his life that night. And, the Browns defense showed out. And that was just a lot of fun. And George Pickens was throwing a fit at the end of the game, and Russell Wilson was still there. So a lot of new faces for Pittsburgh, a lot of new faces for the Cleveland, but it's still the same old rivalry. But Pittsburgh does usually dominate this rivalry with the game in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we both picked the Steelers, but I look for this to be a competitive football game. First of all, because I just think that's how the Steelers play. We know things can go in the wrong way out there. But if we can, avoid the major mistakes, then I really think it's going to be a competitive football game that we're going to have a chance to win. Unfortunately, these are like the poster children in the NFL of one team that always seems to find a way to win and one team that always seems to find a way to lose. So we have a lot to overcome when it comes to that if this game is close late, because there is no team in the NFL that is more comfortable playing close games and winning close games than the Steelers.
Well said.
But I think we have an opportunity to get after Aaron Rodgers.
I do too. They are coming off a bye, so hopefully maybe they'll be a little sluggish to start. I don't know. Maybe we'll be sluggish to start because of the travel. But these games, you never quite know. That I know the Browns haven't won there in a long, long time, but they have played a good amount of competitive matchups there. And last year, I think, we threw a few picks, but it was a game that could have been easily a 3-point game in the fourth quarter in Pittsburgh last year. So, and Vegas sees this as a close, low-scoring game. And, I think that's kind of what most people would expect it to be.